two men were dining when they mocked an overweight man. To their surprise, as soon as they stepped outside, the man began following them, his eyes filled with murderous intent. At first, the two assumed he was just headed the same way, but after turning a corner, they realized he was chasing them. Terrified, they ran. The overweight man pursued them relentlessly. They darted through alleyways, but the man, despite his size, seemed completely unhindered. His massive frame didn't slow him down at all. Just as he was about to catch up, a taxi blocked his path. Frustrated, he took off his flip-flops to run faster. The two men took the chance to flee into a basement, which turned out to be a members-only club. The heavy-set man couldn't get in. They waited for a long time, and cautiously peeked outside only to find the man still there, stretching outside the door, his footstomps shaking the ground. As he turned around and saw them, he charged. They ran again, and this time, without his flip-flops, the man was even faster. He chased them from day into night without any sign of stopping. Luckily, they found a narrow alleyway. Being slim, they squeezed through easily, assuming the overweight man wouldn't fit. But when they looked back, they saw him forcing himself through the narrow space, grunting with determination. The two men ran even faster. After passing through the alley, they boarded a bus. Surely the man couldn't outrun a vehicle, they thought. But just as they began to feel relieved, one of the men, the one in the suit, saw the heavy-set man already on the bus. Maybe the crowd prevented him from acting, but the two could feel despair closing in. It seemed there was no escape. Then the man in the suit had an idea. Why not just apologize? Maybe the man would forgive them. So, gathering their courage, they approached him and sincerely apologized for mocking his weight. They begged for his forgiveness. But the overweight man just stared out the window, his expression still menacing, ignoring their words entirely. It was clear he had no intention of letting them go. At the next stop, the two men got off the bus. As expected, the man chased after them again. They ran for most of the night, physically exhausted. Realizing they couldn't keep running, the man in the checkered shirt decided to fight back. He grabbed a nearby shovel, ready to fight for his life. The heavy-set man caught up, and the checkered shirt man struck him with the shovel. But the man slowly turned his head, seemingly unfazed. With a cold glare, he looked at him. The two men backed away in fear. Then the man threw a single punch, just one, and the checkered shirt man collapsed, unconscious. The man in the suit was horrified. He scrambled away in panic and eventually found a place to hide. Unable to find him, the heavy-set man took his anger out on a nearby tree, hitting it so hard that leaves rained down. The man didn't even dare to breathe. Eventually, the man seemed to calm down and walked away. Only then did the suited man cautiously emerge from hiding. Just then, his phone rang. It was his wife. Overcome with emotion, he burst into tears. After such a life-threatening night, nothing was more comforting than hearing from his loved ones. But as soon as he hung up, he heard heavy footsteps behind him. A chill ran down his spine. He slowly turned around, and there stood the terrifying man. It was over, or so he thought. This time, the man opened his arms, wearing a friendly expression. Step by step, he walked up and embraced the man in the suit. It seemed he had finally forgiven him. The suited man sighed in relief. But then, the hug tightened. A loud crunch of bones echoed through the night. And just like that, the suited man spent his final night on Earth. Let this be a lesson: never mock others for how they look.